Imagine a planet 635 light-years away, a world with vast liquid oceans and a chance, however slim, of supporting life. Welcome to Kepler-22b, a place where survival isn't completely out of the question. This time, the adventure isn't about dodging fiery destruction or freezing in some icy wasteland. Instead, we're headed to a planet that could be Earth's cosmic cousin. Could we thrive there? Or is it just another alien disappointment? Kepler-22b isn't your average planet. It's an exoplanet orbiting a star far outside our solar system. Think of it as a celestial sibling to Earth, similar in some ways, but vastly different in others. What makes it special? For one, it orbits within its star's habitable zone, a sweet spot where liquid water might exist. That's a big deal when hunting for life. But here's the catch: exoplanets aren't exactly close. Imagine your solar system as a small neighborhood. Beyond it lies an endless sprawl of unexplored territories. Kepler-22b is one of those distant places, orbiting a star that's strikingly similar to our Sun. At 635 light-years away, though, getting there is a whole other challenge. How far is 635 light-years? Let's put it this way. Even with advanced propulsion technology that travels at 20% of the speed of light speed, we're nowhere near achieving it. Would take over 3,000 Earth years to reach Kepler-22b. That's longer than most civilizations last. Thankfully, we're not bound by real-world limitations. With a fictional warp drive bending space-time around our spacecraft, the journey is instant. Warp drives create a bubble that moves through space faster than light while keeping the passengers safe 99.7% of the time. Sounds risky, but who's keeping track? Now, back to Kepler-22b. This planet resides in the habitable zone of its star region, where temperatures could allow water to remain in liquid form. Its star, a smaller cousin to our Sun, is a G-type star with a surface temperature of around 5,500 Kelvin, 200 degrees Celsius. That's not too bad for a distant star system. But there's a twist. Kepler-22b is over twice the size of Earth and 9 times as massive. What does that mean for us? Stronger gravity, possibly intense Kepler quakes, and an atmosphere that's likely much thicker than what we're used to. If it's too dense, water could exist in a supercritical state, not quite liquid, not quite gas, making it inhospitable to life as we know it. As our brave adventurer approaches the planet, it becomes clear that water dominates the landscape. The surface seems to be one massive ocean. Sensors pick up land beneath the waves, so the landing sequence begins. The moment they step out, the conditions hit hard. The air feels heavy, gravity presses down relentlessly, and breathing is impossible. Kepler-22b's atmosphere is rich in hydrogen and helium, but oxygen, the lifeline for humans, is missing. Temperature is another concern. If the atmosphere is too thick, Kepler-22b could resemble Venus, with blistering heat-trapping water vapor and making the planet unlivable. On the other hand, a thin atmosphere could lead to Mercury-like extremes, where scorching days give way to freezing nights. And while water exists, it might not be the life-giving liquid we imagine. Contamination with heavy metals or acidity could render it toxic, deadly even. Life here, if it exists, would likely be microscopic. Tiny organisms could lurk in the water or atmosphere, invisible without specialized equipment. But as the sensors scan for signs of life, they come up empty. The planet is eerily quiet, its vast oceans offering no clues to what lies beneath. Exhausted by the harsh conditions and relentless gravity, our explorer takes a moment to rest. But Kepler-22b isn't done with its surprises. Its thick atmosphere exerts crushing pressure literally. Within moments, the weight of the environment causes catastrophic damage. Lungs collapse, organs fail, and just like that, the mission ends. Kepler-22b had potential, but it wasn't ready for humans. Its challenge is extreme gravity, a suffocating atmosphere, and uninhabitable water proved too much. As for our brave traveler, don't worry, they'll be back for another adventure. After all, the search for a second Earth continues.